Folks, welcome. It was at this exact moment that I realized that I have been streaming for an hour and I never punched the go live button. Welcome! This is Ulder Ravengard Marshal. Ulder is a 3-drop for a white and a red, and his main gimmick, basically, is that he can give stuff that you have double team, effectively. Over the last hour and 10 minutes, I have been streaming some games with him, and none of those were live because I forgot to press the go live button. I need, like, an actual Twitch mod person. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent. That's easy. Barbarian class. Yeah, so there have been some good games. A couple wins against Rusco, funnily enough. This right now is not the tribal only list. I will break that one out in a second. This is my kind of goofy list. Let's do... Get to Ember Caller. Oh, they got Ember Cleave. If they put that on the Earth Cult Elemental, that's a lot of damage. Now, the downside is I don't have hard removal for Delina, so if they swing in, yeah, I have to double block the Meteor Golem. I cannot let them keep that out. I will just lose. Let's do you. And let's do... You know what? I think I'm hosed either way. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I forgot that the real secret was murder. Maybe the real friends was the murder we committed along the way. Oh, but I'm out of life. Yeah. I don't know. That was dumb of me, but what it is. Oh, I'm so depressed. I streamed for an hour and 10 minutes and none of it was recorded. Some of those games were quite good. And now I have to stream for another hour because, you know, otherwise what's the point? Alright, I need to recruit, like, a chat mod. An actual chat mod. Do I have any friends that I can, like, not... Alright, so let's play the actual dumb, funny list, because I had a couple games with it, but they were not captured. So, this is Oops All Tribal. It is an Ulder list where everything is either a changeling, a tribal lord, only in red-white. There's a bunch of goblins that I don't have, sadly. Or it's a card that draws me more cards. So the goal here is to just ramp out something fast, and then to just play a whole bunch more stuff. There's also things that just generally benefit having a large board state. Tori de Avent, Platoon Dispenser. Do I want to keep this? Not really. This is much better. Oh, this could be fun. I could show one of the cool things about how Clement works. So, fun thing that was not immediately clear to me. Specialize is technically a modal-faced card, right? What does that mean? Well, it means a couple things. One, you can't specialize if a card is a clone and not a modal card, right? But more importantly, let's do Clifftop Retreat, just so I have red on turn 2. More importantly, because Clement is modal, if I play Clement, and then I play another card, or that makes it, for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a copy of Clement, right? If I play Clement, make a copy of Clement, specialize Clement, play the second Clement, those are two different cards. And I can have them on the battlefield both at the same time, even though they're both legendary. Lazotep Reaver. Let's go with going and getting another copy of Clement. Now, if they're probably going to double block, would be my assumption. Unless they're thinking that they can just keep both bodies around, which is, you know, feasible. No, they're just going to go for ramping. Potentially into hard removal. We'll see how that plays out. I'm still so disappointed that this... I'm so sorry for anybody who was waiting for the stream to start or stopped by. I legitimately thought that I had started this stream on time. And I very clearly hadn't. Yeah, it's kind of to be expected. Yep. Command zone. Do I do Hedron Archive here just so that I have more mana to work with? What would I want to discard? If I specialize you into white, that is next spell and just with a lifelink counter on it. Not the most useful thing in the world. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give up... Yeah, we'll give up Steel Form Sliver to get... So, now I've got Clement Life Acolyte. Next to combat. And we'll play Clement Novice Acolyte. But, again, Clement Novice Acolyte, different card than Clement Life Acolyte. So I can have both out at once. Now, if I specialize this into Life Acolyte, then it dies. Looks like they're looking for hard removal. I'll have to see who pops out next. No, Gixian Recycler. Dies or put into your hand. This is one of the new ones. I haven't seen this used too much yet. When it dies, just put into your graveyards. Then you can unearth it again, right? But unearth is, since it's a replacement effect. Yep, they're going to get rid of the big copy. Let's see. Arch of Orzenica. Let's give this double team again. So that's the other important thing about Uldar. Double team instances are removed from both the real copy and the card. But Uldar, Unearth 2, good fodder for Yagi Daddy. Yeah. Dreadhoard's going to be a problem. But it looks like they're not hitting their lands. Oh, man. Okay. Can still attack. Let's do... I can do another Clement, or I could specialize this again. I think I just want to go on the offensive here. Let's go for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And we'll hold Shelter in reserve. You know, I could have specialized again into white and discarded Clement as the trash card for it. And let's put... No, I don't want to put more bodies on the board. I want to hold Shelter. And I want to get more copies of Nadar. Okay, so Chris, want to hear something horrible? This stream was supposed to start just about an hour and 20 minutes ago. I set everything up, did the intro, streamed, blah, 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 blah. Hour and 10 minutes in, I realized that I've never hit the go live button. I'm so disappointed with myself at the moment. You have no idea. I did a quote-unquote hour and a half of streaming with no stream. I am just... I'm so annoyed. I gotta find, like... No! No, that's the sad part, right? Is, like, if I'd just gone to any of my friends and been like, hey, can you, if I had... What I need to do is get actual Twitch mods. Let's see what they're gonna do with this mana. Low Strider? Yeah, that's a decent use of it. If I had just done anything, the stream would have started on time. It would have been great. But I was a fool, a foolish fool, Okay, I don't have my third snowland yet, so I can't do the other tricky thing I would like to. Should I specialize you into white? Turn you into a 2/2? Then they trade. Yeah, let's do it. And I should have played these cards differently. So let's hold for the moment. Let's just go to combat with these three. And let's get another... Oh, so this is something I'm curious about. What happens if I get a copy of a specialized... Presumably it makes a copy of the specialized modal card. So let's get a copy of Nadar instead, because I like him a little bit better. Alright, there's a mountain. Yep, I would like that. Pop on out. Oh man. I got something in my eye, but I don't wanna rub it. Alright. Yep. That's fine. Let's force you to spend some more removal. Protection from black. Alright, I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. But yeah. So let's see, how many copies of Clement do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. We play in standard now. I want to put this in just so there's another body there. They've got a lot of stuff to work with. And they could recover a lot of ground really quickly with Yawgmoth. So we'll have to see if that plays out in their favor at all. Yep, there's one. Here comes Yagi. Here comes Yaga Claws. Right down Yaga Claws lane. Protection from humans is actually going to be kind of annoying because I try to make everything all tribes. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's show off one of the goofy things about this deck real quick. And hope that they did not save for a 1-mana removal. Which is... This is a non-token creature. So I'm just going to go get a copy of that. And... let's create a treasure token. Anybody who's stopping by to watch for the first time, really appreciate it. Even if this stream's been a little bit scuffed already. Let's see, they'll probably block and then... Let's play... I have the mana, so let's just play another Clement, right? We'll pump up the next Nadar, and then continue to pump up Liara. The classic 5/5 for 2. They've only got 5 more life, so unless they have some way to recover, they're probably not going to be able to stay stable for super long. But yeah, I gotta find... I don't even need like a lot out of a moderator. I literally just need somebody who will just ping me at the start of streams and be like, yo, stream isn't started. I'm trying to think if I have a friend who'd be up for doing that. It's like, what, 3 times a week? Alright, so I think I still kill them. Because manlands exist. No, I don't kill them yet. Alright, well, let's play you. I could hit for 4. Let's play Sacred Foundry. Then I'd have 4 more, right? But that's not enough to do as much as I'd like. I don't want to do Hedron Archive. I have 3 more. So let's do next to combat. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Good game. I'll take it. Oh. Yeah, no different time zone. I'm just an idiot. Let's see. Alright, let's do some more games. Do some more games, even though it's likely to just be Rusco. Yeah, I kind of get... I don't really get it, to be honest. I feel like he should have done stuff a little bit earlier. But I think he just... I think some of that was just land screw, right? Like, he just did not get the colors he needed. Alright, opponent is going first, and they're playing Jetmir. Oh, boy. So, Jetmir, Master of Rebels, Master of Overwhelming Force in the face of all odds. Less than ideal for me. Command Tower. Fair match? Yeah, but I don't play as much removal in this list as I really should. Though, so far they haven't hit any green. Let's drop the card. So, Kargan Warleader is actually what gave me the inspiration for this. If you start cloning a couple copies of Kargan Warleader, they're very hard to remove. Because they have a billion copies of Ward 1. And it's very funny. Now, there's a chance he just gets blown up right here before I can do anything with him whatsoever, which would be a real shame. Ooh. Alright. Skyclave Tribal. Let's do a... Alright. Now, I just lose the War Leader if I attack here, but I can at least make this into a bad trade for them. But that... They haven't played any green mana yet. There's no sign that they actually have what they need. It would be so much fun if I get out Maskwood Nexus here, though. That would just be a riot. Blade Splicer would actually probably go decently in this deck, but it's not one of the ones that I currently have. Outlaw's Merriment. I think I run that as well. Interesting. So this Jetmir player is having bad luck getting their green source. I think I probably need to fragmentize that. But if that's the case, let's play another colored source so that I've got enough stuff to work with. Okay. Well, okay, let's do this in the right order. First up, let's fragment that and hope they don't get something amazing. Oh, I gave them something kind of amazing. But let's just rush this down. So now that's a trade. And now I have 3 Kargan, and they all will have Ward 3 effectively. And I can replay Ulder next turn if I need to. On the downside, if my opponent plays any creatures... Oh, they got the Tristani Discordant, and that's the treasure. Dang. They're going to get all 3 triggers. Can I do Arch into... Can I do this into the Kargan? Yes, I can. I love Standard. It's my favorite format. I think I just gotta hope that they don't commit to the blocks. Though they might be smart and just be like, no, no, you're actually not allowed to continue just playing these cards. Or they might just try to rush me down. They have the lifelink now. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, isn't it? They're going to play one more creature, and I just set them up. Oops. So what do they get? Vigilance, Trample. They need a few more to get the double strike, which is the big one. Skyclave Tribal would be funny. But that was the thing, right? There's not, like, quite enough Tribal Lords for a lot of stuff to really make it work. But I was like, what if I make a deck that just runs all of them? Welcoming Vampire. Well, we had some people stop by for a bit, even if we are back to our usual one concurrent viewer. Oh, that's not good. Well, 4-2, 6-4. Do I play the Elciad? I have some other longer videos to work on. I'm kind of reconsidering whether or not I should be bothering streaming, right? My other stuff got a much warmer reception. It's like, what's the... Is there much point to streaming if I could just, you know, make longer form little investigatory videos and people like those? The flip side, though, is that it was so much more work. So much more work. Now, here we hope that they don't have token production. Because if they do, we are hosed. Even just one or two more from Skozen. Well, they got rid of one. So the good news is they don't appear to immediately have more creatures. The bad news is they still have a 7, a 4/4, a 3, and a 2. I could do Den... Do I do Maskwood into Den of the Bugbear? Oh, they got Vigilance. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... I can't actually take 2 turns of 16 damage. I will lose. Normal video or stream? I'll keep that in mind. Doing magic stuff in and of itself was actually kind of a pivot to begin with. Let's do you. Let's do you. You are a 5 toughness. If I do... Can't do both. 1, 2, 3... Will they have to block? No. Do they have lethal? If they could have played that, so let's see. 7 and 4, 11, 12, 13. They don't give haste. Let's push it. Not you. I need to animate you. Okay, so this is the same thing that happened last time that I am puzzled by, and I'm not sure if it's a bug or not. This should be all creature types, right? Creatures you control are all creature type. So this should have been a 5/5, right? But it's not, and I don't understand why. And I'm not going to swing with it since it isn't. And I think that's a bug. Or if it's not a bug, it's kind of a bug because I had another game where I did the same thing. And then it got all creature types. Alright. Let's see what they get. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's game. Even if that bug hadn't happened, that would still be game, I think, right? No, they're not doing the -X. Well. Interesting. Yeah, that land bug is obnoxious. Yeah, see, this one's all creature types. That's what I don't get. Let's turn you into a... This one is also all creature types. And this time... 2/2 assembly worker, artifact creature. 2/2 with all creature types, right? 3/2 red goblin creature. Like, they're all the same. So I don't understand why, Oh, they conceded. But I think that's a bug. Because I'm almost positive that should be the, that 4-drop artifact. That's the other thing that I think I do wrong when I'm on stream, is that I can never remember the actual name of cards. The one that gives them all the creature types. I feel like that's supposed to work a certain way, right? It's not a replacement effect. I'm not really actually that big on certain parts of Magic rules. It's just a perpetual effect, right? It's ongoing. I'd get it if it was something like creatures when they entered play. ADD couldn't handle the bug. Yeah. Too buggy, must concede. I'll keep this. This is pretty decent. Are we playing into Satoru? Which is one of the classic ones. Oh, so one of the interesting things I was working on recently that I'm thinking about doing as a video is just seeing what it actually takes. I do want to do Universal Automaton. And I probably want to do Paladin since they're in blue. And just make it a little bit harder for them to counterspell me. And then I can do Automaton on turn 2. Alright. That said, if I do not hit a third land, this game is going to be very short and very brutal. And it's not going to resolve in my favor. Oh, so the thing I was working on was I was curious what it actually takes to, like, start playing Brawl and, by extension, Historic Brawl if you're a brand new player to Arena at this point. So I made not a Smurf, right? Because I have no intention of using it to, like, grind ranked or anything. No, that was my land! This land's just not as good. I'm gonna have to mill that next turn. I should have gone to combat. Probably would have been worth trading with Eye Collector. Now, the real question is, are they like, oh, we put it on the top of his deck because it's terrible, so I shouldn't hit him? Or... But as it is, if I put Crucible at the bottom of my deck, I'm never going to play it this game. And it's not exactly what I need at the moment. And I can't get it, so there's no reason to not just let it go to the graveyard. Field of Ruin, huh? You gonna see Satoru come out this turn? Sea Dasher. Oh, Immortal Sun and Crucible. Honestly, Immortal would not do a whole lot for me at the moment. I should probably play Ethereal Escort. Or if I had any way to remove... Let's do Ethereal Escort. I want to see something. So, if I give Fable the Mirror Breaker. Lifelink. Now, unfortunately, they're going to get to do their ninjutsu this turn. And I can't stop it, which means there's a non-zero chance that they're about to just have Ulamog or Kozliak out on turn 4. And this is what some people have referred to as bad and a problem. Anyway, going back to the original thing, I made a secondary account. I played through all the onboarding and stuff. And then I was looking at the cards they give you. And you could actually, I think Satoru was one of the... Interesting. Satoru was one of the cards that I looked at, and I was like, huh, this is one of the ones they sort of give you for free, right? There's a couple others, like werewolves, ninjas. There's a fair number of them. But I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Now let's give you lifelink. So I'm assuming that this can't do anything to give me life, but I'm wondering, yeah, so it does affect the flip side. That's kind of neat. Classic modal cards. Just modal card things. But anyway, I was thinking that this was one of the probably sort of fun intro commander decks that isn't too hard to build. No blocks. And no ninjutsu. And yet they've got Field of Ruin. The Watery Grave. Oh, I liked my Collision Construct. Do I have... I don't. So let's bait the counter spells. Let's make them start playing them. Yeah. That's about what I expected. And let's give Liara lifelink, because it doesn't have it yet. I wonder why they didn't play Eye Collector last turn. Maybe they weren't paying attention to Paladin, had a 3-drop that let them draw, and then counterspelled and they realized they didn't have the mana to play the draw. They could just be playing a really control-y list, and... But it doesn't look like that, right? It looks like this is... wants to be more active. Excuse me. That, or they were very upset after milling Sea Dasher and decided to just keep the Eye Collector in hand, but they could still have had it out as a blocker. That works. Alright. Except, you know, now I get to play whatever cards I want on my turn. So, there's that. Let's do Nadar. Are they running the... Let's put you in the bottom. This is one that I put in because it's a Lord, but I'm not sure it's actually a... Like, it's not a good card in this deck. Are they running the 0-drop counterspell? That or they're running like Opt or Opt, Consider, any of those. Rogue class. Nice. I like this card. This is, I like any of the blue-black steal your opponent's decks cards. Do I like them being played against me? No. Do I like playing them? Yes. Oh, interesting. Well, I might just give... Champions of Tier would have been good. Whenever it attacks. Yeah, it's not whenever it deals damage. That'd be fun if it was whenever Nadar dealt damage to an opponent. I'm going to kill your commander. Not, you know. Not your 2-drop. Or not your, sorry, you're not your 4-drop that just gets you more stuff. We don't have any man lands though, which could become a problem. A little bit of a bummer. We'll wait until this has been going for, yeah. I'm on a stream for about an hour, and then I will call it, which is a little bit... Yep. Alright. We don't know what they get, right? Yeah, they get it face down. Oh, but now they got Menace. Why aren't you hitting with both, though? You could get 2 more cards. And draw a card. Yeah. I am disappointed. They just sitting on counter spells? Them lands for days. We got Fragment now. Them lands? Duly noted. Let's see if they counterspell this. Let's pump Ismaru. They have to chump. Oh, I see. Yeah, now I see what they're doing. I was a bit slow, but I was like, why aren't... What? Okay, they've got hard removal. Still probably doesn't feel great to have to use hard removal on it. Alright, so are they going to do the smart thing? Yes, they are. I hate it when opponents are smart. Just the worst. That's a nice rogue class you've got there, but I'm tired of you stealing cards out of my deck. You may have one expandable lackey for your troubles. He's expandable and lackalicious. Is Dude general neutral? Can I call them Dude lands? I like the idea of drawing little tiny sunglasses on all of them and then giving them a mullet. Alternately, just having them, like, replacing them and having it be an altar where it's just a picture of that dude from The Big Lebowski. Either of these I'm fine with. Just play the Eye Collector. Oh, no. Yep, here it is. Zara's a problem. He's gonna steal my dudes. Who does he grab? Probably Nadar? No, he just steals my copy of the Immortal Sun. Yeah, that works. Whoops. That is unfortunate. Also the fact that, you know, no mana. Regular cohort would be okay, but I think I want to do this. And hope they don't have negate in hand. Oh, they've got Swan Song. That is an interesting choice that they've made. They probably have more hard removal done. I only get 3 life off that. Oh man, they stole the Immortal Sun with the Trickster Merfolk. That's kind of fun. Though they're kind of low on life. What do they steal next? Do I just let them have it? I think I got to. I would have really liked one more mana, because then I could start using Masquerade Nexus, in addition to playing other cards, but... Yep, that works. You may play them. Oh, crud. Alright, that's probably game. That's probably game. Yes, the lifelink 9/9 that rolls... Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. Do I have any outs? Well, look, it's finally another land, but it's a bit late. Yeah, I think I'm hosed. Let's do a regular cohort, just because then I get no attacks. Maybe if they do something really silly, like if they tap themselves out and don't swing with Elder Dragon and I top deck Shelter. Okay, so they didn't make any catastrophically stupid mistakes. I gotta block the Silver Dragon, and I'll just take the 10. One bright side, I don't think they've got the colors to cast the second copy of Champions of Tyr. Unless they steal it out of my graveyard. Now that I've said that. Maybe I'll switch over to doing like brewing or something on stream, like brewing decks, and I will then just make short little videos about them afterwards. Like, I like my current content schedule, but... Alright, so they've got 9 in the air. I would need... Even if I got Escape from Avernus, yeah, then... But you know what? I haven't lost yet, so... I've just statistically probably lost. So let's go. Bottom of the deck. Don't you hate it when blue-black pulls out their Fable the Mirror Breaker? Just the worst. They'll probably discard Champions of Tyr and Eye Collector because they haven't been willing to play Eye Collector for the last 8 years. No. Come on. Put it on the dragon. Do it. Put Robe of the Archmagi on Ancient Silver Dragon. Draw 9 cards, and then draw an additional somewhere between 1 and 20. Oh, they're not going to do it. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Also, I think they had... Did they have lethal? Yeah, they did. Mate. Come on. I don't think there's... Yeah, there's no, like, tricky thing I could pull out of that. You might have taken all of my red-white cards, but now I've got a blue creature. What do you think of that? I still think they should have put the Robe of the Magi on the dragon. I think that would have been funny. Are there any land creatures with haste? Just built-in haste? I wonder... I have to look that up later. Alright, well, all my creatures are slivers, so... That's right, it's now a 3/4. Oh, these are the same... That's funny. Those are technically the same creature. That's neat. I always forget that, like... That's cool. So they can have different colors by definition, but because they have the same name... Yeah, its name is the only thing it cares about. Man, if you had Doomblade, why didn't you just do that earlier? And turn. Will this save me? It will not. Bottom of the deck. That's really cool. Like, that's Perpetual. That's why I like Perpetual. So since I gave it lifelink earlier, now that even though they've stolen it, right, since it's not like a copy or anything, it still has lifelink. Perpetual is a cool mechanic. I wish that you could make it work in paper. I don't... Okay, so people complain a lot about alchemy. I think there's actually only 2 cards that people really hate. And it's... They should have put the robe on the dragon. Would have been funny. I think the 2 cards that people actually hate are Tome of the Infinite and Key to the Archive. I think pretty much every other alchemy card is actually fine. Or maybe not Rusko. Maybe people also hate Rusko. Why is that a flash? Oh, because they're not casting it through that. They're casting it through the effect of the draw. But I think outside, if you got rid of Key to the Archive and Tome of the Infinite, I think most people would be like, actually, alchemy is fine. There's other complaints that people have with it. I get that. But card-wise, I think it's only those 2. Yeah, it's... Key is interesting, right? Like, Key is... So I was thinking about it, right? So specifically in alchemy, like Conjure as a mechanic. You could, if you ever played, like, Hearthstone, right? Like, the thing that drove people nuts about Hearthstone at a certain point... Now, this is... Oh my god, this has got to be at least 8 years ago now. The fact that I have to think about that and say it upsets me. But the thing that upset people at that point in Hearthstone was that you had a lot of randomness, right? Like, it didn't really matter what you did. You might just get lucky or get unlucky and lose and win games. And so it was cards that did random stuff. And it wasn't that you could play cards that would then give you more cards. People weren't like, having more cards is bad. You can balance around giving people more cards. It was that you'd play cards and random garbage would happen, and sometimes you won and sometimes you lost. And that felt bad. So, oh man, is this Comp Rusco? Please don't be Comp Rusco. In Magic's case, with Alchemy, yeah, I was. Was there a reason for it? So that's the thing. I'll look at it afterwards. I would have thought that, but the issue is that everything else, right? Did you see that everything else was getting buffed? So the wording on those two cards is the same, right? So no. It's a fair point to make, right? Like if it was something like this thing becomes a creature and then this thing gains creature types, right? It's possible there's some weird situation that I'm not aware of. Hey, they didn't have wash away. Where things work out in just a way that I'm not familiar with mechanically. And because of how that works out, it's like, yeah. The timing, if there's a timing difference, that's the thing. But those cards look like they're worded identically to me. That's why it puzzles me. Let's do Embereth. Let's do Aspiring Veteran. Let's do Weatherlight. So was I. Ooh, 2 treasure tokens. Time to find out if you have the board wipe in hand already, Mr. Rusco player. If you don't, you'll probably just block Ulder with Rusco. If you do, and I think that probably means you do, then you are going to just play the board wipe and put everything back in my hand. And then counterspell it. Yeah. Take action. Alright, let's think about this for a moment. Okay, that changes things up a little bit. I want to put the shield in while I can, just because it makes it a little bit harder for you to play mass removal. But we'll probably just see Rusco played again. Does the I didn't know that the engine literally read cards for rules text. I'll take a quick look at those after this game. This looks like it's like mid to high tier-ish Rusco. Like they're not playing all the high tier Rusco stuff, but they're playing a lot of it. They should not have the hard removal to actually... Let's find out. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Neat. Now they'll target Displacer Kitten with something. What? Oh, that gives... Oh, that's +1/+1. Interesting. Yeah, probably worth it. That was probably the right choice for them there. And now I am out of land. They replay Rusco, and they're almost at their clock. I don't know. I feel like they could have just taken the 4, but... No, they couldn't have, because if they'd just taken the 4, then the next time I pumped the land... No, that was the right choice on their part. Just really annoying for me. Let's see if Inchblade Companion resolves. The answer is no. I don't get to resolve any more cards. I'm shocked. There's no such thing as like a bad... This isn't even like a bad Rusco deck. There's just Rusco decks and Rusco harder decks. We may as well just play this now. It's very unlikely that they're going to play a big bomb. And just get another body or something I can tap stuff down with. We'll see if this person is playing Rusko correctly in just a moment, though. Kinda. Yeah. It's interesting because I thought Rusko was tweaked so that he wouldn't... sorry, I thought the matchmaking pool was tweaked. So I'm a little puzzled why my super janky, like, no board wipes deck is getting matched against Rusko. Feels a bit unfair. Mishra's Foundry. Man, my heart is not in it to play this out. Alright, but let's do it anyway. Just play the counterspell. It's not that hard. No. Alright, just play the hard removal? That's weird. That was a weird set of state-based priority passing right there. I wonder if they're going to pay 1 mana. Can they afford an entire mana in this economy? Ugh. Interesting, so that fizzles if it's still on the stack. Neat. Alright, dear Rusko player. Life lost does not get blocked by Velkamira's shield, so I'd appreciate it if you cast a bunch of stuff, unless your list is entirely control. In which case, you should still have 5 damage this turn. Well, 3 damage this turn. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. I want to have a body. Oh boy, nighttime. Why are you spending all of my white mana to do that? Wait, Z. Alright, let's just accelerate this. You either have a counterspell in hand or you don't. This is not that complicated. I saw somebody who thought that Rusko should be, whenever Rusko leaves the battlefield, exile each permanent you control named Midnight Clock. I thought that would be a fairish nerf, to be honest. If it's a non-angel creature card, so I'm pretty sure this does not become... Let's try it. I wonder if I turned it into a creature first. It would. I don't know if it would make it more fun, but I think it would make it feel less overwhelming. And it would also make it so that bouncing him is not an unlimited supply of clocks. It's interesting because the last time we had a... Like, Rusko's an interesting case for a lot of reasons. I think one of the biggest ones in my personal opinion is that he's not... So for starters, he's an alchemy card, which means that Wizards doesn't have to be worried about, like, oh, crud, like, what if we rebalance Rusko? Yeah, that's the thing, is I thought people were saying that he was in Hell Q, which is why I'm puzzled seeing him here. Because, this ain't a Hell Q card, Chief. This ain't it. Yeah, I don't even... This ain't it. But he needs to be in a different spot. Also, like, I feel like this person is not playing as effectively to end this game as they could. But, like, they should be cracking Aether Spellbomb so that they have more non-land permanents. They only need 5 more casts. All right, so spend your mana. Tap this for mana before you... Or don't. I need to rethink that whole no concede on stream rule. Because this is just boring. I think this will be the last no concede on stream. And as long as there are feasible outs. Okay, why are you running Kaido in this list? I feel like that is not... I guess he gives some value and then you can just protect him, but... Ugh. 0.1 chance to win in Disconnect. See, but the thing is, I have won games in Disconnect. Am I winning this game in Disconnect? No. Absolutely not. But I have. What would be funny to get back? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Come on, use the Aether Spellbomb. Put it back in my hand. Alright, you just need 5 more cards. Just play 5 more non-creature cards. Ooh, I should craft this. I like this. This card looks cool. Took a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If spell was kicked, conjure duplicate of that card. Perpetually gained, you may spend mana as though it was mana of any color. That's neat. Alright, that's 1. You need what? 2 more? That's lethal. Hooray. Bomba. Oh no, you don't have lethal. I am disappointed. It's going to be a heck of a rules engine that lets you... There we go. 1 more. Yep. Oh, you should have done the fake. Oh no, that's 2 triggers. That's lethal. You did it. There we go. Took way too long. But they managed to find lethal. Oh, man. How long have we been going for? We've been live for an hour and 5 minutes now. All right, so let's switch over. Let's do a couple things, actually. First up, let's go look at those man lands for a second. Mana lands. All lands are mana lands. Some lands are mana lands are they, them lands, dude lands, bro lands. Brosidon, God of the Broshan, will always be funny to me, and I don't know why, and it's probably because I'm a bad person. So, Mutavault, not a good example. It gets all creature types. Mishra's Foundry becomes a 2/2 Assembly Worker artifact creature until end of turn. And Den of the Bugbear, until end of turn, Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature. I can't see why it should be different. Let's do one more game with the try-hard list. So if you want, maybe I'll just put it in chat. If anybody wants a list that's a little bit actually try to win, I made this one first, and then I was like, while I was playing around with this, I found some dumb stuff in it, and I was like, ooh, and then I made the tribal list, which I think is a lot more interesting. Let's see. Sundown Pass, enter sap unless you control. Yes, but there's a chance I get to do the funny thing. Probably not, though. This is Mariel, which is just a control. Usually it's just a... Not a control, sorry. It's just the aggro cards. Hey, Fury Calm Signets. Oh, Snarl. Let's do that. Reveal you. We're playing into white. Let's do Tajik here. Three, four, huh? Do I want to go for the goofy? Let's try it. I'm just gonna go face. See if there's a chump block. No, there isn't. Can't cast more than one target non-creature spell a turn. Well, the good news is I am mostly planning on playing creature spells. Oh, but that just keeps... It's just gonna rapidly reproduce, isn't it? Well, let's go. Oriel, Exemplar of Justice. Vigilance, Double Trike, Trample, Haste. Yep, nope, we're just gonna let those both die. We're just gonna hit in for a bunch of damage, and we're gonna see how that impacts next turn. Because I might just switch the Lizard Blades over onto Aurelia and go for the throat. Yep, you can make as many creatures as you want. You need a Swords to Plowshares, though. Should I assume... I could do Mirror Box, assuming they have the Swords to Plowshares and force the block on... Nope, never mind. They don't have the Swords to Plowshares. Let's do one more with this, and then I will call it a night. and go see what my friends who are playing Valheim are up to. Let's see. Maybe make a sandwich as well. Oh, it's a Shadowborn Apostle deck. It's Taborax. In which case I just need to rush to... Oh, I need to rush to Clarion. I need to play Clarion, preferably before they play Taborax on 3, so that they can refill their hand. Yeah, I think I have a decent chance here, you know? I'm feeling it. Yeah. I think I definitely just wipe here, right? Like... Now, they can get 3 more cards out of that, but I've got another board wipe. And that means Taborax can't come out until turn 6. That said, if I don't draw another land... 2, 3, 4... Okay, there's my other land. I would rather play Ulder as a... That's probably a mistake. Ah, well. Nope, there's Taborax. Hey, look, it's another board wipe. Well, no, I should go to combat first. Does it make sense to let them play? No, it's whenever the creature dies. So if I let them fetch... No, we just gotta keep wiping. Just gotta keep wiping. Why was he able to play that cheaper last turn? Search your deck for a demon card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle. Okay. All right. I think this is it. I think this is where I make my win. And I'm not sorry. That's the price for, you know. That's the risk you run when your deck is all 1-drops. Is that your opponent's deck is 20% board wipes. Do one more game. Very linear. Yeah. Well, it's like they didn't have to play out all the Shadow Fiend Apostles. They could have just played out one, right? If they play out one, I can't really board wipe it. They play out 6 more, and then they sack and fetch for something big, right? Or they wait until Taborax is out. But they played out their whole hand, right? And now you're out of cards. Now you got no more options. Ooh, Phyrexian text. Phyrext, if you will. Oh, man. I'm curious, what cards are people excited for in the new Magic set, if any? I think Ichor Moon Gauntlets... well, not Ichor Moon Gauntlets. What is it? Tormacul? The new dude who's like, whenever you proliferate twice. Azuri looks fun, and I also kind of like Ichor Moon Gauntlets. Why is it Joda? Otherwise known as I'm a 5-color This is not a great opening hand. This is technically better, but still not good. So it's got to be Mutavault into Fury, Calm, Snarl. Okay, so that means, based on how they just played that, they probably did not get everything they wanted. I just did this in the wrong order. And I missed 2 damage for it. I wish these, like... Don't get me wrong, this isn't bad art, but I wish these looked a little bit more like lizards. Like, a lot of the reconfigure cards don't look like equipment. They look like creatures that you can then equip. We're going to go get a red land. They're just trying to assemble their Joda pieces. So I can either go for damage or I can go for other stuff. I'm just going to go for damage. Get another Lizard Blades. The other obnoxious thing about Joda is that he's actually decently statted, unlike a lot of other cards, so I can't just run Lizard Blades into him. However, can do this. Oh yeah, Lizard Blades for everybody. I would rather that they have to give up Joda and can't necessarily maintain presence than anything else. That said, they've got 2 white. They could have the board wipe. If they don't board wipe, I'll probably play Mirror Box. Actually, I should play... You know what I should actually do? I should do Winota. Yeah. Hope they don't have the counter spells. One target creature you control. Let's pump myself. Boros Challenger. That was the other thing I was thinking would make an interesting video at some point, would be a overview of cards that were banned in Historic Brawl and then got unbanned. The problem is that that's a lot of research. Like, I can do some of that on my own to an extent, but it's just a lot of research. What do I do here? Well, I can hit them for 4. So let's start by doing that. No, can I hit them for 4? I play the Wizard Blades for 2. I animate for 1. I can't actually hit them for that. So let's do Cemetery Gatekeeper. Get rid of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of a creature in my graveyard, most likely. I'll get rid of a copy of Lizard Blades. Animate the Mutavault. Hit for 2. Maybe I should have gotten instant or sorcery, but if they choose to play another board wipe, they're not playing Joda. If they choose to play Joda, they're losing life. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what to do. Haha, it's an artifact. You fool. You fell for it. Thunderclaw Split Attack. Would I have had lethal next turn? I don't think so. But I'll still take it. You know? That's where it's going to be. I guess I can take this. Ooh, what do we get? Draft. Oh, come on! I made a deck about you last week. I don't need more copies of you. As fun as you are. It's funny, at the beginning of the set, I was like, am I ever going to reach the end? And now I'm 10 levels above cap. All right, so that is where I'm going to wrap stuff up for today. As always, thanks for watching. If you like my stuff and you'd like to support me, just like the video and subscribe and all of the... It's the normal YouTube junk. I don't have anything interesting to say to it, but I said it anyway. I haven't decided who the next deck for this week is going to be. I want to do some Rain World early in the morning, but that's not Magic, so if you're not a Magic person, it might not be your thing. But that's going to be everything for today. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you got any feedback, please let me know in the comments or in chat. I am going to be doing some more decks on Friday, as usual, and I'm also working on a couple other little projects, just because that band card got a lot of good reception. So I'm thinking about maybe doing stuff like that is where I should pivot to. That's going to be all for me for today. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye.